to Reading United soccer scene. I'm joined today by Sean Doyle to my left and George Gatterbush to my right. Going to be going through a few things today, give you some updates on our summer, which is vastly approaching, and some of the players coming in, and also do a report on some of our alumni and how they're doing in the leagues. So this summer we have some camps as always coming up. Some of the camp dates that we have are our Ball Mastery Camp, which is June 13th through 16th. Our Art of Scoring and Goalkeeper Camp, we do those at the same time to combine the shooters and goalkeepers, is June 20th through 23rd. Then we have our Skills, Flicks and Tricks Camp, working on some different maneuvering the ball different ways, using some trick skills. That is from July 18th through the 21st. And then our Girls Only Camp is July 25th through 28th. Camps I just listed are $100 per person. That is a Monday through Thursday camp. They'll all be at Picoux Park, Field 1. And then we also have a Rookie Camp, which is just a 2-day camp, and that's from July 25th through the 28th. And that'll just be for U6 and U8 year olds. So we just do 2 days there. It's more, kind of a smaller segment of what we do in our regular camps. Please look at our website, readingunitedac.com. There'll be a link on there for camps and clinics, and there'll be information to sign up. So looking forward to seeing you out there. Other things that we have going on, actually next month, over Mother's Day, we're running the Quarry Classic. It's our 4th year with the Quarry, helping them out run their tournament, and it's been really good. So we're looking for teams to come in. Again, look on our website, readingunitedac.com. Again, information and registration links will be on there. Final thing that we have coming up this summer, we have our own Summer Select program that we took on from the Philadelphia Union. We've been housing it here. This will be our 3rd year, I believe.
Well, we're getting ready for the 2016 season. We're very excited about the team that we're building. We have a lot of new exciting players coming in, but also a core of experienced alumni from prior years playing with us. And I think, Sean, you can give us a bit of a rundown on some of the folks that are coming back to play with us.
Four exciting international players returning to us this season. We'll start with Martin Nygaard coming in from Northeastern University, 6'4" center back. He was our rock really in the back last year. Played 12 matches for us, scored a goal for us, helped the team record 5 shutouts last season. As a freshman at Northeastern, he went right into that lineup and he started all 17 games for the Northeastern Huskies this year. Martin is a player that has international experience at the youth level. He played for Norway's U18 and U19 teams, so we are very excited to welcome him back and have him be the anchor of our defense again this season. Another player coming back, Bradley Fountain. Bradley is an English midfielder with ties to AFC Bournemouth. He was a part of their youth setup. He is a midfielder for Florida International University. Featured in a few games for us down the stretch last year. Had that big game against Lehigh Valley United where he got the goal and 2 assists. To really kind of set Don Thomas on fire in that game. We're excited to have him back. He likes to pride himself on his creativity and his technical ability, so watch for him this year. And then we have our 2 Frenchies. We have William Picoux and Paul Marie coming back. William Picoux played 13 of 14 games for us last year in league play. He played both of our Open Cup games. He was one of the first names on coach's lineup card last year. Again, he's another player who prides himself on his technical ability. He comes from a Division II school, Limestone College, and he played in all 21 of their games last year. So we're excited to have William back. And then Paul Marie, who is, the guy's the Energizer Bunny. You can't ever tire him out. He played in 11 of our matches last year, as well as our Open Cup games. He transferred from Northeastern University, and he is down at Florida International with Bradley Fountain as well. So 4 guys that we're really excited to have back that we know are going to contribute to what is going to be another successful season.
Okay, so we talked about some returning players, and I think we have a couple on the line here. Colin, who do you have with you?
Yeah, Bradley, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Excellent. Paul, how are you?
Yeah.
Awesome. Alright guys, so yeah, we've got on the phone Bradley Fountain and Paul Marie. Just kind of talked to them about a little bit of what they did last year, and you know, we got them on the phone to talk to them now. So So boys, just wanted to start off, first off, we're excited to have you back. Yeah, just kind of talk to us about your experiences last year in Reading. You know, how did you find it? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, last year was really fun. We had a fairly good season, but we were disappointed we didn't make the playoffs. But me and Paul really liked it over there. I mean, Paul's gonna tell you what he thought now. Yeah, last year was really exciting. Yeah, of course we made the playoffs, but also I think it's a really good opportunity to challenge ourselves and play with really good players all around the US.
Excellent, fellas. And kind of talk about the biggest difference you've found, or if there is any difference between your college programs and what you saw in Reading.
I just think that maybe the quality of like every single player is maybe a little bit higher. And maybe the professional environment, obviously getting to train, like play against teams like the Philadelphia Union's first team, and like get to train at PPL Park. Like, it's just like a great experience for us. Like wanting to become pros, and then like getting around it, it's like really good for us to like just to constantly be around it all summer.
Yeah, definitely. And Paul, how about yourself?
No, yeah, like Bradley said, like, yeah, it's a really great opportunity, and also I think the big difference, like people in PDL are already more mature. Like we play some teams like they're like 25 and 30 years old, which are pretty mature. And as a young player, it's good to try myself against old guy and also to show some good game, like play some really good game, and yeah, I think it's really important. Yeah, the environment is very professional and it's really different from college.
Excellent.
Guys, tell us a little bit about your college seasons. You guys had quite a bit of success this year.
Yeah, so this season we actually won our conference. We did really well. We won our conference, and then we went into the national tournament. So me and Paulie, this is our first year, but we're both really happy with it. We have a really good team, really good coaches, it's a really good program. So yeah, we're really enjoying out there.
How did your time with us, the summer you spent with us, help you as you guys went into the fall season down at FIU?
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, how did your time with us, the summer you spent with us, help you as you guys went into the fall season down at FIU?
I think mainly fitness. Mainly that was huge. Keeping fit over the summer was very important. Training every day with Reading just like helped my game massively. Whereas if I went back to England, I would have just been, sitting around not doing too much. So that was massive for me to sort of hit the ground running again. Yeah, I think it helped really like to get fit, and yeah, when I get to fall, I was already fit, so I didn't have to do that much preseason, and also like I had some pretty good, really good fitness, so that helped a lot.
Any kind of extra goals for you guys this year? You know, Bradley, you talked about missing out on the postseason with the PDL. You know, what are some maybe goals that you're looking to achieve this year coming back for 2016?
Me and Paul just spoke about it, and like we wouldn't be satisfied with anything less than reaching the playoffs. That's the bare minimum we think. The team that we know coming in and the players we spoke to, reaching the playoffs should be well within what we're capable of and more. So that's definitely a goal we spoke about.
So having been here last year and played with Reading, and also playing in the hotly contested conference in PDL, how do you think that will help you prepare for this year? How do you think that experience will help you to be successful this year and help lead the team as the core of our returning squad?
Yeah, I think we gain experience. Like Roger and I gain experience because it's the first already won the mirror with Reading, and also we played this season in a really good conference, so our D1 college. So I think we're more prepared than last year. In our case. So I think, it's going to be pretty good because we'll be more prepared, and we also improve ourselves, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I'm saying, yeah, we're really excited.
Excellent. Any kind of pointers for guys coming into the PDL? You know, you guys came in fresh with us last year. What are some things that you may say to the fresh faces on the team? Some advice maybe you can give them what they should be doing. Things to stay away from.
I think the main thing is just to come in and just mix with the boys straight away. That was important. I came a month late last year, but it was important to just get in the mix and build the chemistry on and off the field straight away, and also to stay focused throughout the summer. It's easy to to tail off as the summer comes to an end. But the ending of the summer is the most important part of the season, coming to the playoffs.
Yeah, we're excited to have you guys come back and join us. We know what great players you are, but more importantly, what great guys you are, and you'll help us build our team into a winning squad this year. So we're very excited.
Yeah, we come ready. No long now. So.
Yeah. Just around the corner, guys. Hey, we appreciate you taking the call. Stay safe, and we'll see you here in a couple of weeks.
No worries. Thank you, man.
All right, take care.
Well, we're going to dive in with the early part of our 2016 season, and we're going to open up the season with our 8th consecutive appearance in the U.S. Open Cup. We again earned a berth to the nation's oldest continuously running soccer competition, and we're excited. And we're going to welcome the Atlanta Silverbacks to Reading on May 11th, Wednesday, May 11th, for our very first game of the season, our first home game of the season. We're excited to face them. The Silverbacks are a former NASL team. They've now dropped down to NPSL, and we'll be taking them on. And I know from watching Twitter, their fans are
they're ready.
Their fans are fired up.
They're ready.
And that's going to be at 7 o'clock at Wilson High School for that game.
The same weekend, we dive in, and we're going to go up to Lehigh Valley United to face them and see if we can repeat our success in our final game of the season last year against them when we beat them 7-1. So I know Paul and Bradley are probably chomping at the bit to get back up there against those boys. Again, Paul had the hat trick against Lehigh Valley United last year. Bradley had the brace and the assist, so I know those boys are going to be fired up and ready to go, and I'm sure Lehigh Valley is going to be ready to come at us as they are our local rival now. And then after that, our first league home game is against New York Red Bull U23, and that's going to be a tough challenge for us. The Red Bulls have one of the premier developmental programs in the country, and they've signed a lot of homegrown guys. Several of the homegrown guys that they signed played against us last year. They were on that team that went on to win the Eastern Conference Championship, went on to the PDL Finals. So we'll welcome them to Don Thomas Stadium on Saturday, May 28th.
Well, one of the things we've always been proud about is the fact that we've been able to develop players to go on to play at a higher level in the MLS and USL and even NASL. So why don't we talk about some of our recent players who have stepped up and done a great job at the higher levels.
Truly, we want to really begin by talking about the players that are with our partners, the Philadelphia Union, and specifically, number one, CJ Sapong, who has found his goal-scoring touch very early this season. He's got 3 goals already for the Union and has been a big contributor to help that team push toward the top of the Eastern Conference. The other guy, Keegan Rosenberry. I know a lot of the punditry down in the Philadelphia soccer media was going, why did we pick Keegan Rosenberry third? Well, he's showing why the Union had the faith to pick him with that 3rd pick overall. Talk about his game a little bit, Colin.
Yeah, I mean, Keegan's just one of those guys that you love to have. He's a true professional. He's always putting his best into practice. He's making other people around him better, and it's just his work rate that I think has got him to where he is now, and he's keeping that spot for himself, and he's playing very well. Being a rookie, obviously there's a few mistakes that he's going to make. Pace of game is obviously a little bit more, but he's going to be a player for a number of years in that position.
MLSsoccer.com analyst Matt Doyle, no relation, broke Keegan down a little bit in a recent post for the game against Orlando City, where they showed the progression that he's made, how he's learning on the fly in the game. In the first half, he gave one of the Orlando midfielders maybe a little bit too much space when the Union were pressing. At the same point in the second half, when that happened, Keegan pressed, intercepted a ball, and got the transition going for the Union. So he was very impressed with the way that Keegan was able to learn on the fly, because many times with these rookies, it takes several games for them to really kind of break it down and get going. And there's even buzz with these guys, both of them, CJ and Keegan, U.S. national team. The U.S. national team pool, especially at the outside back position is very thin. And is this a guy that maybe could be on Jurgen Klinsmann's radar in the future? Keegan Rosenberry, a guy who played with us, CJ Sapong with all the goals. Maybe CJ's a guy that can push Josie Altidore forward. So
Great to see.
yeah, it would be great. And Colin, I know you wanted to talk a little bit about guys like John McCarthy and Leo Fernandez, who are going back and forth between the Union and Bethlehem Steel.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, John was with us probably 2 years ago now, played in goal, was an outstanding player for us. I mean, the highlight I remember John most at was our Open Cup game against Red Bulls. Just an absolute animal there. I mean, putting his body on the line for his team, and that's the kind of guy he is. You know, he's one of those guys that wears his heart on his sleeve. He's a Philly guy, and it's good to see him getting the minutes that he deserves. You know, kind of going backwards and forwards between the Bethlehem Steel at USL to, you know, being kind of backup for the MLS team. It's just given him more experience in that. You know, he's had experience in the USL, having played there before, and, you know, getting those minutes whilst training at a high level is just going to help him. Another guy, like you said, Leo Fernandez, who was loaned out last year from the Union, has come back, played a few games, some good minutes for the first team, but also has that ability to go into the Bethlehem Steel and help those guys out too. So that link and that relationship, you know, I think is just going to help those type players get the minutes that they need, along with that high level training to really push through to the first team and not kind of just ride the bench and not getting that experience. So it's a great link, you know, for us. Stephen Hogan being the assistant coach at Bethlehem, again, you know, our guys at the PDL level are going to get looks, not just at the MLS with the first team, but also at Bethlehem Steel. You know, I see a lot of guys, we talked before, like a Martin Nygaard coming back. He's a guy that I can see going straight into MLS or USL, so having the ability to, maybe he can train with the Bethlehem Steel a couple times a week. Again, that's just another feather in our cap that we have to offer for the players, so it's exciting.
And let's give a shout out to some of our other alums. Englishman Luke Mulholland took a crazy shot a couple weeks ago against, I think it was Sporting Kansas City. 30-yard effort, he put it on frame and scored it, and made all the highlight reels there.
Yeah.
And then we've got Fatai Lashe, who's playing for the San Jose Earthquakes, made the US U23 Olympic team. Unfortunately, that team isn't going to compete in Rio. They weren't able to defeat a very, very strong Columbia Olympic team. And then Andrew Wenger, let's give a shout out to one of the local guys. A change of scenery definitely did him good, because he's gone down and he's in a system that's working, and he's found his goal scoring touch again. Yeah,
definitely. And like George said, you know, that's one of the things we always like to see, is pushing guys on to the next level. You know, we know we're that stepping stone, and, you know, having that ability to do that, you know, just helps us.
Now, Colin, you mentioned Steve Hogan, our new coach. For some of the viewers out there who may not know who he is, can you tell us a little bit about what he's done, both with us in the past and his coaching career, and what he brings to the team?
So yeah, Steve was a player for us. It must have been about 6 years ago now. He was our starting midfielder, more of a number 10, crafty player. You know, he was that guy that you always put on the roster first, and you kind of built your team around him. So Steve knows what it's like in the league. He's ready. He's hit the ground running. We have a very exciting roster coming this year, not just with our returning players, but our new players coming in. And, you know, he's ready to go. Like I said before, him being the assistant coach at Bethlehem, he's involved in the game 24/7. You know, you kind of call him, he's either going from one practice to another, or he's in between conference calls with players. You know, he's really taken what Brendan put in at his time when Steve was here, and kind of molding his roster around that. You know, some great players, like I said, coming back. So it's an exciting time for us. You know, I think he's ready to go. We're maybe 3 weeks away from starting, so it comes together very quickly, as we all know here. But we're ready for it, and I think Steve is as well.
Yeah, very exciting time. Just in talking with Steve, you get a sense of his education on the game and knows what he's doing, but also the fire and the passion. You just know he's the kind of guy that can bring these players together and make something great as a whole. So very excited about seeing him lead the squad.
Definitely.
How important is it to have Hoagie be a part of the Bethlehem Steel coaching staff? And now Now we have a direct link not only to Bethlehem Steel, but right straight on through to the Philadelphia Union. How important is that for the players that are going to be here with us and us as
I just think it speaks volumes to what we've done as an organisation before to have guys like that come back to us. You know, Steve, like you said, he has that link, and it's just something that maybe some other clubs may not be able to offer. Again, I see players going backwards and forwards between our practices, maybe straight to the MLS, to USL, and you know, some players who may be out of college. We have a few guys who are coming in, semi-professional guys who aren't in college. So those guys, I see, if they come out with the performances that we think they can do, will go straight from us to the USL level. So again, it's something that we pride ourselves on. It's something that we want to continue, and I only see us getting better on from now on.
I think we can look forward to a very, very exciting season.
That's for sure.
So that wraps up our show for this time. Thanks for coming out. We appreciate your support, and we look forward to starting the season.